This is Dave Erb from Dave's Ultimate Automotive in Austin, Texas, and we're talking about checking and adding automatic transmission fluid. Automatic transmission fluid comes in a lot of different varieties. You need to know what kind of fluid you're dealing with before you ever add the transmission fluid. Most use the same type of fluid, but some manufacturers use their own type, and you need to understand what those types are and that you're using the proper one. Here we have a Ford product that uses a Mercon 5. Most of them will have the type of fluid you're working with on the dipstick top or on the dipstick itself. When you check transmission fluid, you want to make sure you're on level ground and that the vehicle is running and warmed up when you check it, because transmission fluid expands to get an accurate reading. It needs to be warm. You're looking for fluid color. You want to make sure that the color is kind of a pinkish clear or red. If it's dark or brown or black even, those are all indicators that the fluid's life is worn out and that things in the transmission are starting to wear. So keeping that transmission fluid fresh and clean, changing it every 30,000 miles, flushing the entire system will greatly lengthen the life of your transmission. So when we check and add, we want to first start the vehicle. We want to pull the dipstick and wipe it off the first time around. You want to put it back in, make sure it seats all the way in. Come back out with it, keep it pointing down so you don't let fluid run up the stick and give you an inaccurate reading. You want to make sure that fluid is in the, usually have some hash marks or a high and low spot on the stick. You want to make sure that it is in between the high and low. If you do need to add it, you simply get your funnel. You can do this running or not, doesn't matter. You want to put your funnel in. Probably add about a half a quart at a time. If it's close to the proper level already, you just want to add a little bit. You want to add a half a quart at a time. We'll let that run down. You want to let it sit for probably 30 seconds or so to make sure all the fluid runs off the dipstick down into the pan so that you don't get an inaccurate reading. And pull your funnel off. And put your stick back in. Back out. Double check that you have the right fluid level. And then back in and you're done. And that's checking and filling your transmission fluid.